this whole thing didn't come to me because I just made it up or read it in a book. I lived it. If you looked at me and you said, who are you, what do you believe, what's your philosophy, I couldn't tell you. I had some great ideas in my head, and I had some things in my heart, and every now and then I would say something that was cool, but really honestly, I couldn't really affect any change. I was so depressed I couldn't get up off the floor. And so I went on this quest, this search to figure out who I was. I literally went to the mountains one day and wrote down everything I believed in. And I called it the Strength and Honor Code. And I wrote down these values, and I realized that I had made every decision in my life up to this point based on emotion, solely based on emotion. 99% of everybody I know makes all their decisions based on emotion. I call it the matrix. They live in the matrix. I walk in the room and I point at a kid and I say, stand up and define yourself. So I'm going to talk to you about two different kinds of coaching. One's called transactional and one's called transformational. You cannot get over here on this side of the board unless you're a transformational coach. And you cannot be a transformational coach unless you can tell me what you believe, unless you can define yourself. It's impossible. A great coach can do three things. A great coach can teach the X's and O's. A great coach has that X factor like Dean talked about. You can engage your athlete. You can get them to listen to you. But if you can do those things, you're pretty good. But a great coach can move you at the heart level. He can make a difference. Now, if you go back in your coaching career and you remember the coaches that made the difference in your life, those were coaches that met you at the heart level. But we don't do that in our culture. And that's hard to get there. If you don't understand how to be a transformational coach, and you can't speak at the heart level, you're just an X's and O and a magic guy, you ain't gonna have enough magic. I'm not okay just to win football games. We certainly got to keep our jobs and win football games, but I think I have a responsibility to do these two things. So we got to get on this side of the board somehow. So if I say to you, define yourself, and you can't, how are you going to get on the board? How are you going to get over here? How are you going to get out of the matrix, out of emotion as a coach? And you don't know anything about the heart of each one of those athletes. You don't really know how to communicate with each one of them because you haven't tried. You don't know what their makeup is. Today we have tools to find out how to exactly communicate with each kid. That's possible. It's easy to do. But you've got to be willing to be a transformational coach, not just a transactional coach. Identifying what kind of coach you are, why you're coaching, what's it feel like to be coached by you, why do you coach? You got to be this guy here who understands that we use emotion to push us forward, and then we get on this side of what we're doing. I say, define yourself, meaning values and philosophy. You've got to be able to put that into language. If you can't communicate it, if you can't write it, then it's just a cool idea in your head. Jim Hensel, I have 10 core values: fight, work, hope, faith, team, family, excellence, purpose, responsibility, and love. In the end, what are we chasing in life? Purpose. So as a coach, when you get out on the field, if you don't have philosophy, then you really don't ever coach with purpose. You just coach with emotion. And we never get over here transformational and deal with the heart, and that's the secret to success. None of this means anything at all. It's worthless. You can't be it and have it affect your life unless you choose it. Winning is a byproduct of positive values. When you die someday and you're on your deathbed, it won't be about how much money you made, where you traveled, any of that. It'll be about the relationships that you built and the significance that you played in life. Living with purpose.